All right, guys. Today we aren't going to be learning anything new. We're just going to be doing some distance practice problems. Now, we just found out as I'm recording this video that we're going to be in hybrid next week, which means that you guys aren't going to actually have me here to kind of help you with this. So that's why I'm making this video. I'm going to kind of walk you guys through the first example, and then there's 4 more examples for you guys to do. So what this question says, all right, is find the side lengths of the triangle below, and what type of triangle is it? Equilateral, isosceles, or scalene. So, what does this mean? All right, what do these 3 mean? Because we haven't really talked about this. Well, equilateral, that means all sides are the same. All right, all sides equal. So, isosceles means 2 sides are equal. And then scalene would be no sides are equal. So when you're doing this, what we're going to be doing the distance formula, or doing what we did yesterday between D and F, F and E, and then D and E, and compare, right? So we're going to do this 3 times. Now, the way that I kind of taught you guys to do this yesterday was to make like little triangles out of that, right? And then just kind of do the Pythagorean theorem. So if we do the Pythagorean theorem here, whenever we do this, all right, we've got a right triangle. The side that we're trying to find, the diagonal, that's always the hypotenuse. That's always our C. Okay, so we've got 1 squared, and then going down, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 squared equals D squared. So 1 plus 16 equals D squared, 17. So D equals the square root of 17, right? This is what we did yesterday. And we're just leaving it as a radical because there's no need to turn it into a decimal. It doesn't really help you at all. So that's DF, all right? Then we've got DE. And so if we do DE, right, we're going up 1, so we've got 1 squared. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, now what should we immediately notice here? All right, we have the same numbers as over here. So what that means, this is also going to be the square root of 17 equals D. We don't need to do these steps because we have the top numbers the same. So that's going to be the same. What's up?
I'm so sorry.
Miss Bergstrom's interrupting us, guys.
I'm so sorry. I'll come back later. Sorry.
Anyway, sorry about that. So we're going to finish with the side FE, and we're going to do our count here. Okay, so this one is a little bit different. We got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So these are both 3. So we've got 3 squared plus 3 squared equals D squared. Now, we can't immediately be like, okay, that's different just because these are different, right? We could still end up in the same place. So don't just assume that. So we've got 9 plus 9 equals D squared. 9 plus 9 is 18. So very close, all right, very close, but not the same. So this is, actually, we can simplify this into square root of 9 times square root of 2. So this is 3 square root of 2 equals D. So they're not all the same, all right? This one was very close, square root of 18 compared to square root of 17. So what does that mean? All right, well, 2 of our sides were the same, right? And 1 side was different. So that would mean this problem, this triangle was isosceles. Okay? And so you're going to do that exact same thing for this problem and for this problem, okay? On the back, all right, we have 2 questions similar but a little bit different. They're actually asking you to find the perimeter. I'm not going to walk you all the way through this, but perimeter, okay, involves finding all the side lengths and then adding them all together. So you've got 4 sides here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whatever those lengths are, all right, you're going to add those sides together, and that'll give you your perimeter. Now, since you're adding them together, we don't want to leave them in a square root form like we did here. You can just turn them into a decimal, and so it says round each length to the nearest tenth. So whatever the square root is, like square root of 17, that's probably, 16, or sorry, that's probably like 4.1 or 4.2, okay? So this is what you guys are going to be doing. It might seem tedious. You might be like, why are we doing this? If we actually do end up doing the air test this year, I don't know if we will or not, but they always put questions like this on here. All right, well, they give you a question and ask you to find the perimeter. So that's why we've got to practice it. They also love doing this stuff too. What kind of triangle is it? Or we haven't got to quadrilaterals yet, but what kind of quadrilateral is it where you have to measure the side length? So this is good stuff to practice. All right, you get practice with the distance formula and you get to apply it in some different ways. So go ahead and do the rest of these problems. If you have any questions, all right, you guys can email me or Canvas message me, and I'll try and respond as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a great day.